All right, welcome to our channel. I am Alan over at PawPrint Creations 3D. This is the start to our YouTube channel. Today I'm just gonna do a simple vlog style video where we're just doing an unboxing for a bunch of stuff. Well, unboxings of a bunch of stuff that I got recently in the mail. So we have some boxes here. We got a bunch of filament in boxes here. We have some filament here, some equipment there, more equipment there. That's Kiara and Bella. You'll see a lot of them. We got those. Got the light, the other camera set up, and then we got some more boxes here. So we're gonna go ahead and unbox all those. We have 6 Bambu Labs X1Cs that we run basically 24/7. This behind me is our inventory wall or stuff that we're working on. So you guys will see a lot of that, and let's go ahead and get into the unboxing. Okay, so we're gonna start off with some Amazon purchases that we made. A lot of these purchases were over the last few days, so I'm not exactly sure what might be in all of them, but let's go ahead and unbox them. All right, so these are just a bunch of bags. These are what we use for our craft fairs and craft shows. They're just little paw print bags. They have little felt paw prints on them, obviously for PawPrint Creations 3D. And this is what we use just as shopping bags at our craft shows. So we'll pop a business card in them before the event starts and just have them in a little container. And we'll pass them out with the business card already in there and then whatever the customer purchases. So we have some dog food. So this is actually for our dogs. Good to know. Didn't know that came with the rest of our order, but there's that. Other than that, we have some keyboard switches. They're the white switches. And this is what we use we sell some clickers that we recently started getting into. They're keyboard switches, so here you go. These are very, very clicky. Those are the ones that I like. I'm also gonna probably go and buy some brown switches because they're a little more soft. And I know some people don't like the super high clicky noise. So we have 2 of these. We have more coming in. These are some items that we're starting to sell as well. So we started purchasing these recently. Okay, so another Amazon box that we got. All right, so we have a little small box from Newer, which I think is just a quick release Arca Swiss plate, if I'm not mistaken, for my camera that I'm actually recording this on, which is a DJI Pocket 3. Yeah, so it's just a ball head quick release plate that I have for better angles and just for overall content quality. And then here we got a backdrop. I'm pretty sure that's what this is, for when we're doing pictures for our product. Nice little tote bag. I think these are just the pieces to hold them up. And basically we've taken pictures on just the plain studio box, but I found that some of the items look better with a little backdrop. So it looks something like this, a little backdrop, and then there's a bunch of different backgrounds. They're dual-sided with different colors, different materials, and overall I think it's just gonna provide a nice background. So we're gonna try to implement this into the studio when we're trying to take pictures for our products. So I think this will help just make it look a little nicer and stand out a little more than just having the all white background. And we bought a new studio light setup because our previous one stopped working. So we'll unbox that soon. All right, so like I was just saying, we got a new studio shooting tent. So this is from Hulu's. It has a nice sturdy build with various angles to shoot at with what looks to be really good lighting. So I hope when I open it up and set it all up that's exactly the case. Our other one was a Gildan, I believe, and the lights just gave out. They stopped working. It did its purpose, but I want something that is a little brighter, and this along with the little studio backdrop that we just opened I think should look pretty good. So that came in as well. All right, so to continue the Amazon purchases, we got a overhead photography set from Newer, which we're going to be setting up on this table to hopefully be able to do overhead shots a little easier. I have a photography C-stand that is just pretty hefty and a pain to kind of set up. So I'm hoping this we can kind of set up and just leave over the table. So we have a board game table here, and so hopefully that works. And when I'm trying to make content just building the Legos that you see a bunch behind me and other 3D printed items and stuff, it'll just be a nice overhead shot that looks nice and easy to work with. We also purchased the Sunlu Fila Dryer S4. And for those of you that 3D print, basically it's just a filament dryer. It can hold up to 4 spools, really good reviews on it. And recently we're trying to get into using other types of filament, more abrasive filaments, not just regular PLA. So I wanted to try this out, and that way we have it when we need it. Okay, so we also purchased a lot of filament, specifically from Bamboo. We had a quick little video that we threw on TikTok for a cookie CAD purchase that we made. We purchased about, I want to say 50 to 60 rolls of filament just from them. And then I had a huge Black Friday sale order from Bamboo Labs. So we're gonna go ahead and unbox all of that right now and just lay it on the table and kind of go through what we purchased. All right, so just because I ran out of space, well, not necessarily on the table, but I'm gonna show you the next 2 or 3 boxes because I'm just gonna show you guys the next 2 boxes because they're completely filled to the brim. So we got this entire box of filament filled. They're all refills. I have more than enough spools, so I don't need to be getting it with the spools unless there's just no option to get it with the refill, but otherwise I don't have to worry about getting it with the spool on. These are all red, basic red. All of these 12 here are basic white. All these here are mistletoe green because of the upcoming Christmas holiday. We'll be using that a lot. Sakura pink, PLA matte. We have a box of Pet G in here. We had those 5 free reusable spools that came with the order, I believe, for the Black Friday sale, and then I'll show you guys the last box right now that is still under the table. We also got a complete hot end assembly with a 0.2 nozzle on it, so we can try to use that for some more detailed prints. All right, so this one came a little packed a little nicer. We got some matte dark reds, some PLA basic yellows for all the Wolverine Legos that we're gonna be printing. And I wanna say these are all refills as well. So it looks like I'm still missing one more box that I need to check on because I believe it's still in transit with all of the basic black because we ordered 12 spools of that as well. So we have this entire box, that entire box, and everything here on the table in terms of bamboo filament. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and unbox the last thing that we got, which is some Dud V2 filament as well. So we'll go ahead and unbox that, which I'm really excited about. All right, so we got a nice old big box from Dud V2 as well. And we were just looking for some other filaments. There was a filament specifically that I was really excited to purchase and get and test out. So here's what we got. So we got 12 spools of filament. So this one is a rainbow silk filament. Which we have a bunch of different silks, but I always like trying out different ones. So this is the PLA Silk Ice Blue. So just very different variations of a nice blue tint in it. All right, so the other one I was excited for is this one. We got the Dud V2 Oasis Rainbow, and I wanna say this is the one from Gemini Creations. Don't quote me on that. Yep, so Gemini Creations. And I saw this on TikTok. The color, I'll have to, we'll pop this open right now. I have a few spools of it. So this is a PLA Pro Oasis Rainbow. And so it's a very dark color, but it transitions into this like mossy green. So you can kind of see it here. The camera picks up the color a little nicely on the inside. But this was a filament designed by Gemini Creations. And when they were printing a bunch of stuff on TikTok, this looked amazing. So I've been meaning to pick up some of this filament, but just haven't, but finally got my hands on it. So we're gonna have a bunch of different items in this color and test it out as well. All right, so the last thing we're unboxing actually, and I forgot all about this, was my first order from 3D Gloop, PLA Gloop. So if you don't know what that is, it is an adhesive basically, like glue for PLA. I use some glue that I have found on Amazon that works pretty well, but I've heard that this is phenomenal. And I just wanted to show the packaging because it's quite awesome. So it's 3 containers. And then this came in a couple days before Halloween. So they sent it with some Halloween candy. So it's super cool, so shout out to them. We got 3 containers, the 120 milliliter containers of 3D gloop. So I've heard and seen some really good reviews on this. I'm going to go ahead and try it out. Hopefully it works well. And just nice presentation. So we got 3 of these. So hopefully I'll be giving a review on these, but they come in a nice canister. This is really well built. It has good instructions out here. And I want to say it comes with an applicator. Make sure that it smells strong. Yep. It comes with a little brush applicator. I've heard some really, really good things. Nice, like I said, presentation. Really awesome. Yeah, it smells pretty strong. Yeah, we'll go ahead and put a review on this once I go ahead and use it and just see how well it does to bond and glue our pieces together, especially with a lot of the work that we're going to be doing with the Lego sets. I just wanted to try something else and see how well it works. All right, so thank you guys for watching. I know it was already super long video with everything that we opened up and we unboxed, all the filament and different items that we got for the business and the dog food, as you guys saw. Consider subscribing. This is the first of many videos for our channel. We're going to be posting a lot about our printers, some of the behind the scenes, things that we're printing, trying to do more content in social media to also drive our online brand as well. Again, I'm Alan from PawPrint Creations 3D. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time.